Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Big for One Gaming here, and welcome back to episode number 7 of winning a national championship with every team in the game here in College Football 26. If you guys have missed any of the episodes, up in the right-hand corner will be a playlist from every episode from 1 to 7. And of course, new episode means new team, which means we normally would have a wheel spin. On the last couple episodes, we've had a comment to tell us to do Marshall. So that team is what we're going to be doing right here and right now. So, again, if you guys do want a player in this dynasty, write a comment down below, and we'll get into that team as long as we haven't done them before. Down in the description below will also be a record of every team that we have so far and their seasons they eventually won a national championship. Marshall is a 2-star in the Sun Belt. We can take a look inside the Sun Belt as well. They're about middle of the road for the Sun Belt teams, so this will be definitely a fun little rebuild. We are, of course, the head coach. We are going to be Tony Gibson, scheme guru head coach. We've actually done pretty well in the last couple of years. Always at least 6+ wins. So, got to keep that going, especially in the first couple seasons to try to raise up our school prestige and go from there. Of course, we'll check out the roster as well, along with our coaching abilities. We'll do that first. We do have Motivator and Scheme Guru, so we have a couple decent things here that will definitely help out the defense. And, of course, Motivator, we definitely need to get to the off-season training boost for everything. Offensive coordinator does have Elite Recruiter, but does not have the increased hours yet, but that will more than likely happen. Our defensive coordinator, more than likely, we're going to let him go. We're going to keep our offensive coordinator just because he has Elite Recruiter. This guy will definitely probably let go in the first year. But checking out the roster-wise, our top 5 guys, they're all pretty juniors. We got a sophomore. We got a freshman of Michael Allen. His deal breaker is championship contender. We got to work definitely on that one. Brand exposure for Norton. We got Slappy for play style and championship contender for Toby Payne. So we definitely got to start winning some games. Zion Turner we got a lot of people wanting to leave. I mean, a lot of people. So this will definitely be a fun rebuild, or not rebuild, but fun couple seasons wise with Marshall to try to get into winning a national title and having a team that can potentially do it. Man, our center is a 66 overall, but yet half of our offensive linemen's a 70. All right. We're going to need some defensive tackles. I mean, we pretty much need everything at this point. Corners desperately need speed. Safeties, we have a lot of free safeties, but not many strong safeties. We do have a kicker. Does this team not have a punter? Hold on a second. Is this actually legit? Do they just not have a punter this season? Was he not added in the game yet? That's wild. Didn't see that coming. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get everything set up, and I'll see everyone at the end of season 1 here with Marshall. And here we are at the end of season number 1 here with Marshall. We go 2-10 on the season, and I'm just going to go ahead and get to it here. We are going to fire our defensive coordinator. We will hire our defensive coordinator in the next week. But obviously 2-10 is not a great season. Only wins came against FCS. But we did have a lot of close losses. 8 points, 4 points, 3 points, 3 points, 4, 5. That one, we're not going to talk about that one. 3. Then we beat Georgia Southern by 21. So we had some good games, but it's just we couldn't battle it out in the win. We'll, of course, check out the stats now since we're not making a bowl game. Turner had 58% completion percentage, 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Like, it's not a bad number. He did only have 2,400 passing yards, but 24 and 7 is not bad. Rushing wise, Allen had over 900 yards, almost said 1,900 yards. I've been insane. But again, he's probably going to be gone. And he got hurt. So apparently he's hurt with something. Turner ran for 428 and a touchdown. Mathis Jr., 244 with 5. Roberts, 162 with 3. Receiving wise, Harmon led the team with 684 yards and 6 touchdowns. Norton also had 608 and 6 touchdowns as well. Defensive wise, Gilmore led the team with 78 tackles. Rivera Harvey with 6 tackles for a loss. We end the 4 sacks. 2 guys with 4 picks, Green McKnight and Daytion Smith. I butchered that first name. I apologize. no touchdowns. We did force a couple fumbles and recovered most of them. No block kicked and no safeties. Kicking-wise, Toten, I mean, he missed 6 field goals but made every extra point. He also had to punt, too, so no kick return or punt return touchdowns here this season either. So let's just go ahead and get on with simulating each week. So we, of course, will get the Week 16, just because I think it always does it here in Season 1. But yeah, 2-10 is going to lower down our prestige as well, which is not going to be very fun. Cade Klubnik wins the Heisman Trophy, 3,700 yards, 34 touchdowns. I rounded up on that one. I don't like how it doesn't show the touchdowns on the bottom there anymore. It only shows that for like wide receivers and running backs. But anywho, let's try to find a good defensive coordinator. We're looking for maybe recruiter and now we could just go straight up recruiter. And you know what? I think we're going to do that. We're going to hire both of them be elite recruiters, which will definitely help out the recruiting aspect. And we'll see if we get them. So we'll advance the week. See if we get that coordinator, which would be very, very nice. And we do. We do get the coordinator, Manny Rojas. So now we can go ahead and simulate to the end of the season recap, see how everything goes down in the college football playoff here in Season 1 in the Marshall simulation. We do go down a full star prestige, which is going to hurt. But checking out the top, not the top 25. I need the bracket. It looks like Penn State won it all over Texas A&M. They did 42-24 with Florida State, Boise State, Georgia, Texas Tech, and Penn State winning their respective conferences. With USC, Colorado, Miami, Michigan, Duke, Oregon, and Ohio State as the at-large bids. And Penn State destroyed Texas Tech. Texas Tech, though, beat Duke, who apparently is a really good team in Season 1. They always make it. I feel like they're always here in Season 1. And same thing with Texas Tech, so a little heads up on that one. We're going to upgrade our coaching skills before we get into the off-season because we are going to upgrade this. I was kind of hoping for one more so we can get that off-season trading boost leveled up. But can we check our coach now? We can. Nice. We'll take that. He does have a elite recruiter. Sways for D-line, but nothing for increasing weekly recruiting hours. It's just these have starting interest for kickers, linebackers, and D-line, which will definitely help out as well. So, anyways, let's get on to next week. Let's go on to players leaving. There's probably going to be a lot, unfortunately, due to us having a 2-10 season. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have a ton of players. Let's just go one by one. I mean, yep, Payne's gone. Slappy's gone. All these guys are gone. Can we keep the corner? Nope. But the defensive tackle? No. All right, so every one of them are leaving. I think it's over 20. It's very close. But, so we're going to have to work cut out for us here in the transfer portal. You try to get as many players to sign as we can with us only being a 1-star. So we have to find some 1 and 2 stars just to fill out the roster. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get everything set up, or the transfer portal done, and I'll be right back. So after the portal, we signed 31 players here in this class, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna be top of the Sun Belt. 4 4-stars, 26 3-stars, and 1 2-star. So that's actually pretty solid here for Season 1. And let's go through them. Anyone with a good impact. The first 4-star is a Will linebacker who's normal dev. Same thing with our 2 halfbacks are normal and impact. Our other halfback, though, we signed is a star dev, a Brubaker. This is one that we're going to want to keep. Anyone else get any stars or a couple impacts? We do have another star. It's Johnny Bowens III, a transfer freshman. Only 2-star though, or 2-star developments. Words are hard, but anyways, let's go through position changes. I think we did sign a athlete. We did. He is an agile, so that more than likely that means he is going to go with the offensive line. And Yeah, he's a 57 overall center, but might as well put him there because we don't have any offensive line. Quarterback is a 73 with DeAndre Clark. He is the transfer coming in, so that will definitely help out. Halfbacks, we now have 4 very strong halfbacks, which will definitely help out. Warren Mast is actually an 80 overall. Pro potential is his deal breaker, so gonna have to hopefully help that out. But those are the guys that's gonna get drafted. Wide receivers are rough. Tight end is now Kosman, who is a transfer as well. Offensive line is actually looking pretty rough. 50s and 60s overall. Defensive line is actually okay. Linebackers are looking rough besides Jamerson Poole. Corners, we actually have a 90-speed corner now of Kevin Correa. So we'll take that. That's our first 90-speed corner. Safeties are okay. And we did get a punter who's a 77 overall punter. That's actually really good for a true freshman coming in. We are going to upgrade our coach as well real quick to get the training boost for our linebackers. Definitely need that. I don't want to lose any points that we're going to get out of that. So now let's advance the week. We already went through position changes. We went through our signees. And of course, we'll go over the training results. I don't think we need to encourage any transfers at the end. But we shall see. We do get an increased dev for Hammonds to impact. So we do get 1. That's all we get. Nope, we get 2. We get 2 development traits. For Anderson is also an impact development. Anymore? Nope, that is it. So 2 players go to impact dev, which will help out. Harmon goes up +8 to an 85. He was our best player. Works on his 50-50 and downhill. So got +1, 6'3", 201 now. Pretty solid. Clark is now a 75, even up +2. Barbie is probably going to be our starting halfback as a 79. Wide receivers, of course, we did with an 85 with a +8. +10 catching, which is pretty solid. Offensive line, though, is now in at least the mid-60s and 170, so it's still rough. I don't know how we're a 69 overall now, but +4 for our right edge. He is now an 80 overall. He was the one that starred Dev that's coming over from the transfer portal. +7 for Daniel Harris. Anything else? Got a couple +5s. We have 2 89 speed corners now. We have a 90 speed safety with Kershaw, went up +6. And that's a +8 for our kicker. +12 awareness. I mean, if he upgrades that awareness, that's going to go into the mid-80s probably. And, of course, our punter is a freshman this season. So let's advance the week one more time to see if we need to encourage any transfers. I don't believe so, since we lost over 20 players. And, yeah, we are 13 players under. So that is going to end Season 1. It's on to Season 2 here with Marshall. And here we are in Season number 2 here with Marshall. We go 7-5 here on the season. An actual pretty decent season, especially after last year. We lost our first 2 games against Eastern Michigan and Penn State before winning 6 in a row. Against Middle Tennessee, Missouri State, App State, Coastal, Georgia State, and Arkansas State before losing by 3 to Louisiana, 8 to Georgia Southern, winning against James Madison, and then losing to Old Dominion to end the year. But still, 7-5 is pretty solid. We'll, of course, go week by week here. We don't make the conference title game because we did lose a lot in the Sun Belt. But, again, still a lot of people wanted to transfer out, but maybe we can try something here. Of course, we get the Week 16, so we have to advance one more week. And, of course, we should get a bowl game with us going 7-5, and maybe we can win and go 8-5. You never know. We do lose a 4-star halfback, which is a little unfortunate, but we still have like over 20 players wanting to leave, which is not going to be fun. Caden Durham wins the Heisman Trophy for LSU's running back, 216 carries, pretty much 1,200 yards, and 5 yards per carry. And we'll be playing Liberty in the New Orleans Bowl. So hopefully we can win this one. We'll assimilate to the end of the season recap here. And then, of course, go over the stats and then check who wins it all here in season number 2. Of course, hopefully we can be 8-5. We do get 1,000 XP, and we're 7-6. So that's a little unfortunate. Still a lot. Well, coach stability and coach prestige improve, so at least no one wants to leave on that wise. But, I mean, when you have 20 players wanting to leave, it's not going to be very, very fun. But let's check out the stats, of course, of the season. Clark had 2,300 yards, 14 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Long came in as well through 4 interceptions with no touchdowns. Rushing-wise, Mast had the most rushing yards with the most touchdowns. Receiving-wise, Harmon had the most receiving yards. Short and White Jr. had the same amount of touchdowns. Defensive-wise, Poole had over 100 tackles for the true freshman. That's pretty good. He had 12 tackles for loss for Davis to lead the team, 5.5 for Laws. For sacks, Juan and Sweeting both had the interceptions. Did we get any touchdowns? No. Kicking-wise, we did make every extra point and missed 5 field goals. And there are 4 from 50 and 1 from 20. Punting-wise, we did have 12 inside the 20 and 13 touchbacks. He is a star. Wow, okay, that's pretty good, I guess. But in Season 2, check out the bracket. It looks like Duke won it all over USC, with Arizona State, Michigan, Memphis, Duke, and LSU winning their respective conferences, with Ohio State, Florida, USC, Penn State, Miami, Alabama, and Georgia with the at-large bids. So let's advance the week. We'll get into players leaving. It's probably going to be another 20 players. We do, however, sign a 3-star quarterback. So we'll take it. We're still only a 1-star school, which is definitely going to hurt our stuff here. But hopefully we can keep Kosman. He does stay. That's a big one. We keep Nelson. We do. But we're going to lose Hammonds, Mast, the freshman running back we just got. He's going to be gone. Quinn Jr., short, long. I mean, there's just so many players here, but we just gotta hopefully keep them. We will upgrade our coach here too, because we want to get the training boost for the D-line, and we'll start with quarterbacks, I guess, on that side, just because we'll have a pretty good defense. Hopefully after that with the training boosts. But anyways, I will go ahead and get the transfer portal out of the way, and I'll be right back. And here we are after the portal. We signed 24 players here in this after the transfer portal. And we do have the best class again in the Sun Belt. 24 players, 2 4-stars, 19 3-stars, and 3 2-stars. So let's go through and see if we get any good development traits. We got normal dev, 4-star halfback. That's kind of unfortunate. Kind of wanted better than that. Do get a couple impacts, but a lot of normals. Any star? We do get a star dev for Spencer Tabor, edge, 4-star edge rusher. So we'll gladly take that. But most of them are normal and impacts, which I guess is okay. Taking a look at the roster, see if we need to do any changes. We do have Patrick here, and he is probably going to go to halfback. He's an East-West playmaker, so we lost a halfback anyway, so might as well put him in his right spot. We only have 2 quarterbacks, DeAndrew Clark and Malik Body. So hopefully DeAndrew Clark's going to be the guy. We have a good amount of halfbacks now. Slay, Eddie, and Brubaker are all or I guess Eddie we just signed, but Brubaker, Slay, Hauk were part of that recruiting class last season. We do have Tolbert, 74 overall wide receiver, along with White Jr. stayed. Cohen, Wheeler are all our wide receivers. Tight ends, we got 3. We only have 1 left guard, so we are going to move Finch over to left guard. We definitely need an offensive lineman over there. And we have 1 right tackle. So we are desperately needing some offensive linemen. Edge were okay. Linebackers, I don't see too many seniors. There's a lot of them in the safety position, but I mean, we can always just check this. I mean, there's not very many. There's what, 3, 6, 8 seniors, and 2 of them are strong safeties. 1 of them's a kicker, a couple offensive line, and a couple more edge rushers. So we're not going to have too many leave for that, but we just got to hopefully keep all the rest of them away from trying to transfer. But we are a 72 overall, and do get a dev upgrade to impact for Poole. That's cool, I guess. But let's look at the training results, see how everyone does. We got a +9 from Tolbert. He's now an 83 with +5 speed. That's what I like to see right there. Quarterback Clark is now a 77. 88 speed, 92 acceleration, 90 throw power. Halfback's a 78 with Slay. Brubaker's 76 with 88 speed. Probably actually, and Slay's only got 80 speed. Wide receiver, of course, was the +9. Anybody else get a big boost? No, not really. Nothing for offensive line. We did get a +7 for our center. So he's pretty good. So only 70 overall we got on the offensive line. Got some good D linemen. We got a +7 and +8 from our corners, but nothing with speed-wise. Got also a +6 for Franklin. He's up to 91 speed. Nelson's +4 to a 76. We got a +7 down there as well. Other than that, nothing really else to write home about. I don't believe that we need to encourage any transfers. That's the words I was looking for. We do not. We are 22 players under. So we're going to have to sign a lot of people in this next recruiting class. But that's going to end Season 2. It's on to Season 3 here with Marshall. And here we are in Season number 3 here with Marshall. We go 7-5 again. So again, over 500. So we are going to be getting a bowl game. Started out actually 4-2 on the season, only losing to Boise State and Duke. And then we end up losing 4 in a row along with the loss to Duke. But then we won 3 in a row to end the season against Georgia Southern, Coastal, and Louisiana. So still pretty decent season overall. We will just continue to advance the week here because we do probably get the week 16. And we'll, of course, have to go one more week to see everything there. Unfortunately, we still have a lot of people wanting to transfer out. I believe it's still over 20 or near 20 players. So we just got to hopefully sign a bunch of players in the transfer portal again like we did last year. But with 7-5, we should go up. We also just signed a 4-star edge rusher, so that's nice. We also are leading on a 4-star halfback, but we did lose a 4-star tight end, which is a little unfortunate, but still got a lot of people, again, wanting to transfer out. But Vizina wins the Heisman Trophy, 3,700 yards, 45 touchdowns with a 70% completion percentage, so good for him. And we'll be playing Indiana in the First Responders Bowl. So it is a bowl game. We'll simulate an in-season recap here since it's not the first week. And we don't need to sign any coaches. But then we'll go over the stats. And then, of course, whoever wins it all. We do go up to a 2-star prestige now. Thank goodness. We're back to our originally where we were. Stability is down, but coach prestige is up. And still a lot of people still want to transfer out. With playing style, pro potential, brand exposure, conference prestige. Just a little unfortunate. But checking out the stats on the season, Clark had 13 games. Bodie came in for 1 as well. 20-8 touchdowns with 2,400 yards with 90 passing yards for Bodie with 2 touchdowns for himself. Rushing-wise, Slade led the team with 930 yards with 14 touchdowns. He wants to leave. That's fantastic. Brubaker also added 269 and 5. Receiving-wise, Tolbert led with 811 with 5. White Jr. had 611 and 7 to lead the team for touchdowns. Defensive-wise, Holmes led it in tackles. Laws and Bowens both had a bunch of tackles for a loss. Laws led the team with 6.5 sacks. Nelson led the team with 3 interceptions, and Holmes had only 1, so only 4 picks on the season. No touchdowns as well. Kicking-wise, we did only miss 1 field goal attempt, so that's nice for the senior kicker. And the punter had 11 inside the 20 and 11 touchbacks, but no kick and punt return touchdowns here this season either. Taking a look at the bracket, it looks like Clemson beats Miami, and Clemson went 16-0, 37-29, with Boise State, Ohio State, Memphis, and Clemson and Georgia winning their respective conferences, with Duke, Miami, Alabama, USC, Notre Dame, Michigan, and Auburn as some at-large bids. So congrats to them, and we advance to next week. And we'll go over players leaving. Hopefully we can keep a lot more players, and then we get into the transfer portal. So going through here, again, a lot of people want to transfer out. We do have 5. Try to get 5 people back. We unfortunately lose Bowens. We lose Slay. We lose Holmes. We lose Brubaker. And we lose everybody. That's unfortunate. Well, that means we're just going to have to sign a ton more people in the transfer portal. And it is what it is. But there's a couple of our halfbacks that we signed just last year as well. And still, I mean, we have 6, 7, 12 players who want to transfer out still, which is not going to be very fun for next season. But I'm going to go ahead and get the transfer portal out of the way, and I'll be right back. And after the portal, we signed 28 players. So that's actually pretty solid, even though we lost 20 of them earlier. But Sunbelt, we were the top-ranked team again at number 33 this time. So we had a top 35 class. 3 4-stars, 24 3-stars, and 1 2-star. So let's go through and see if we get any good development traits. We do get 2-star devs with a strong safety and a free safety, so that is huge. That'll hold down our safety position for quite a while. We do get a star dev with the left edge rusher and just a normal for the right with the 4-star and a 4-star halfback that's a star dev. That's big because we lost most of the ones that we have now that were in here for the first recruiting class that we did. But everyone else is a normal or impact, which isn't bad. You know, we did get a kicker, which is nice. We are going to upgrade our coaching abilities real quick just because we have enough points to upgrade. We don't have anything for the training boost yet, but that's a little unfortunate. It's kind of hoping we have enough there to get another training boost upgrade, but I'm okay with it. But going through position changes, we'll go through the team. We do have 2 athletes. This guy's a power rusher, and he will go to edge rusher, I guess. I think you can technically be a defensive tackle. This guy is per possession, so more than likely he is a tight end. And he is. We could put him at linebacker, but he wouldn't really progress well, and you'd get a lot of skill cap, so we're not going to do that. Quarterback, again, we only have 2, Clark and Bodie. Halfbacks, we have Burns and Eddie now as kind of our 2 guys going forward. Wide receivers, we're actually somewhat pretty okay. We got some speed, but we're losing 3 wide receivers, and a lot of them also are sophomores. We have still barely any offensive line. I'm trying to get them, but we just haven't been able to. We actually have a lot of D-line now, so we're good there. Linebackers are okay. Corners are a little rough. And we actually have some safeties, and we do have our kicker punter. So, again, we're going to advance the week, go over training results, and then we'll go over, see if we need to encourage any transfers. I don't believe so, just because we're still well under the limit, especially with only us signing like 20 players again last year. But training results, we do have an A7 overall with Orlando Tolbert. We are now a 74 overall, 76 on defense. Our wide receiver, Shelton, only got +8 strength. That's a little unfortunate. Kind of hoping he would get more. Quarterback is a 79, 90 speed, 77 for Eddie, Freddie Eddie. Great name as well. But wide receivers, of course, we went over the 87. We got a couple +6s and a +7. Tight ends a 79. Now we actually have mid-70s overall for the offensive line. We have a couple 80s on the D-line. It's pretty good. We got a +9. It's probably our best one so far. And it looks like it. Yep, +9 is going to be our best. We have an 80 overall punter. That's nice, I guess. I don't know. It's something, at least. But we still, again, have a lot of people wanting to transfer out. We just got to sign a lot of players. I did not want to go custom conferences. Encourage transfers. That will be the thing. And we are still 19 players under. So we did gain some players, but we're still 19 under. So definitely need a year where we sign 35 guys. But that is going to end Season 3. It's on Season 4 here with Marshall. And here we are in Season number 4 here with Marshall. We go 8-4 here on the season. Our first time winning 8 games in a season. We actually start out pretty good, beating Wisconsin, losing to Ohio. We actually were 2-2, and then really 3-4. And then we went on a huge 5-game winning streak at the end of the year, beating Old Dominion 9-7 and James Madison 9-6. So our kicker was really our best player in those 3 games, but barely winning against FCS East. So there's a couple close ones in there, but still winning seasons. Again, we are going to be getting a bowl games. We'll wait to show the stats until we get into the end of season recap. We did just found a 4-star wide receiver, so that will be nice. That's one of the top wide receivers we're going to have next year, probably. So we'll gladly take that. And we'll, of course, advance the week one more time into bowl week and see which bowl games we're going to have. We do not make the conference championship again. We do also sign a 3-star corner, so we'll, again, take that. We do lose a center. But 79 overall, 81 offense, 76 defense, goes 8-4. Only got a couple people want to transfer out now. It's not too many players. So that's a plus. St. Clair, Boise State quarterback wins the Heisman Trophy. 41 touchdowns, 3,600 passing yards here on the season for him. We'll be playing Eastern Michigan in the first Responders Bowl. So another Responders Bowl for us. Again, we're just going to go ahead and simulate the season recap. Maybe we can have our first 9-win season here with Marshall. That would definitely should improve our team prestige up to maybe 2.5, maybe 3. You never know. We do win, and we're ranked. We end up being ranked at the end of the year, so we'll take it. We'll gladly take it. But looking at the stats of the season, Clark had 2,300 passing yards. Again, 20 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Nothing too much for passing yards. Rushing-wise, we rushed over 1,000 with Burns with 6 touchdowns. Clark also added 440 and 5 on the ground. Receiving-wise, Shelton and Cohen both had 4 and 5 touchdowns and over 500 receiving yards. Defensive-wise, Lewis of the team with tackles. Laws with tackles for a loss. Poole with sacks. We'd actually had a lot more interceptions this year. No defensive touchdowns, though. Kicking-wise, we did miss 4 from 50 and 1 extra point, but that's about it for the true freshman kicker. Our punter, 13 inside the 2011 touchbacks from the junior. And no kicker punt return touchdowns here in this season either. But to take a look at the bracket, and Michigan goes 16-0 and defeats Texas 59-14, with Boise State, Georgia Tech, Memphis, Texas, and Michigan were the automatic qualifiers, with their winning their national champion or winning their conference champions. With LSU, Clemson, Oklahoma, Oregon, Georgia, Miami, and Duke were the at-large bids. So congrats to them. Memphis actually went pretty far too. But let's advance the week, get into players leaving. Again, it's not too many this year. It's not 20. It may be over 15, but at least it's not 20. Smile. So let's see how many people want. Actually, it's not very many. It's only 6. Burns is going to leave, though. That's unfortunate. Kosman's going to leave. Eddie is going to leave. Man, I like that name, too. Babcock's going to leave. Duchette's going to leave. And Miles is going to leave. Wow, everyone left. Okay, that's unfortunate. But, hey, only 6 players this time. That's pretty good. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get the transfer portal done, and I will be back in just a second. We signed 32 players. That's actually pretty solid. We'll take it because we're very low on players right now. We do, again, have the top ranking in the Sun Belt, 2 4-stars, 28 3-stars, and 2 2-stars. So we'll gladly take it. And again, like we always do, let's go through the development trades, see if we get anyone good. We get an elite dev Mike linebacker. Tim Wu. Hell yeah. We'll definitely take that. And we get a star dev tight end of Brandon Choice. So we'll take it. We'll gladly take it. Our first elite dev player as well. I think, yeah, no one else though. Even our 4-stars were that. But 3-star Mike linebacker, elite dev, and a 3-star tight end with star dev. That is definitely going to help out with developing this team. Position changes though. We did not sign any athletes. I normally do at least one, but I don't think we need to move anybody. We are, although wide receiver is still pretty low on players, so that's going to be a main thing. We did sign a bunch of offensive linemen, so some people are going to move to left tackle and left guard. So that is going to be the first thing that we are going to do. No point of putting a 78 overall there if he can go start at left tackle. And let's go right guard. Let's move Gerard over to left guard because I think that now is 3, 3, and 3. That's 4 over there. We have 1. Okay, so we should be fine. D-line's still fine. Linebackers are, though, a little rough still. Corners, we actually have corners now. We just need to develop them. Safeties were good. We have a kicker. We have our punter. We will need a punter next season. So other than that, though, let's advance the week. See training results. And I forgot to upgrade the coach because we could have got one before. But oh well. Wow, we got a lot more people wanting to transfer out now. That is 12 just on pro potential. Uh-oh. That's not very good. But let's go over training results, see if we get any big boosts. Tolbert, again, is an 89. He's got 94 speed, 95 excel, 97 agility, and 99 change of direction with 97 carrying. Pretty solid. Quarterback stayed the same. DeAndre Clark, he's still a 79, but Magician and Shifty are now platinum, so that's actually really good. Halfback's an 85 with Shockey. Wide receivers, 80 overall for Trey here with 90 speed. He went +5. +12 for our tight end. Let's go. Got a +5 for a left tackle of Kaufman. Falk, though, is going to start at 82 overall. That's good. 80 overall. We actually have some decent O-line. And some decent D-line, too. We're actually in the low 70s, or high 70s, low 80s. But I think, +10 for a strong, or for a free safety. But yeah, +12 and +10 were the biggest boosts, so that's good. We'll upgrade the coach now, I guess, even though, because I kind of forgot. I actually wouldn't have gotten one anyway, so we'll go with our running backs. So, our running backs will be the next upgrade, and then O-line will be the final one, just because we don't need to do those, because we don't have any big star or elite devs for them yet. But we are still a 2-star. We are 77 overall, 79 offense, 76 defense. Do we need to encourage any transfers? I still don't believe so. We do not. We're only 4 players under, though. Let's go. We'll take that. I didn't want to transfer anybody. I tried to press X. But anyways, that is going to be ending Season 4. It is on to Season 5 here with Marshall. And here we are in Season number 5 here with Marshall. We go 8-4. On the season, 7-1 in the Sun Belt. And we get to face Troy, who was 11-1, 8-0 in the Sun Belt, in the Sun Belt Conference Championship for the first time here with Marshall. Took us 5 seasons to get there. We actually beat FCS to start the season, then lost 3 in a row against Ohio, North Carolina, and Ole Miss, before winning a ton in a row, before losing to Southern Mississippi by 3, and then beating Georgia State to end out the season. So we didn't face Troy at all, and they are ranked. So we shall see how we do. I mean, a win would be nice. That would get us to 9 wins, and then it'd be a good bowl game for us. But just hoping for another 9-win season. We do just sign a 3-star strong safety and a 3-star right tackle. That will help because we do have a lot of people still wanting to transfer out, which is kind of surprising a little bit. But we've just signed a ton of players. 2 offensive linemen, which will definitely help because, as you can see, we do win. We are 9-4. We still got 12 players wanting to transfer out due to pro potential, 4 because of conference prestige, 1 because of coach prestige, 1 because of playing style. None of championship contenders. That's nice. Program tradition also goes up as well. So we'll take it, but we are Sun Belt champs for the first time here with Marshall in Season 5 as well. And Moody won Defensive Player of the Week against Troy there. So, and Priester won Offensive Player of the Week. 6 catches, 118 yards, 2 touchdowns. Let's go. We are, of course, going to get a bowl game. It just depends where we're going to go, and hopefully we can get another win. And we get a punter. We do need a punter. He's going to be gone next year anyways. But yeah, still a lot of people want to transfer out. And what kind of bowl game are we going to get? Grayson Wilson wins the Heisman Trophy. 3,800 passing yards, 47 touchdowns with a 73% completion percentage. I don't know why it's showing completion percentage. It is what it is. We're playing Oklahoma State, the New Mexico Bowl. So we're going to go ahead, simulate an in-season recap. Hopefully we can see 10-4. I'm not expecting it, though. I think we're going to go 9-5. But we should see an increase to our team prestige. And we do not, but we do lose. We are 9-5. Coach prestige goes down. How did we go down? Coach stability goes down. Why did we go down? anyways, we'll check out the stats. Clark, 3,000 passing yards, 21 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Rushing-wise, Charlton led the team with 443 and 7. Receiving-wise, Priester at 861 and 8. A lot of passing this time. Tolbert 836 and 6 as well. Defensive-wise, DeVoe led the team with 82 tackles. Miranda had 16 for a loss. That's insane. And 4 sacks. Ivy had 4 picks to lead the team. No defensive touchdowns. Kicking-wise, we missed 1 extra point and 3 field goals. Punting-wise, we had 9 inside the 20 and 7 touchbacks. And we did have a punt return touchdown. Here this season. So, let's get into players leaving. See, of course, who all is leaving at this point. Last year, we only had 6. And this year, we're going to have a lot more than 6. So, that's unfortunate. Maybe we can keep Tolbert, who is a 90 overall, and he's going pro. Belcher is leaving. Tabor is leaving. Priester is staying. That's a big one. Thrasher is leaving. Miranda is leaving. A lot of people are going to be gone, and that's really unfortunate. We were just about to be at the cap, and now we're going to be way under again. Man, this is rough. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get the transfer portal out of the way, and I'll be right back. So after the portal, we signed 27 players. And again, it's going to be one of the top teams in the Sun Belt, and we get a top 25 class. We'll take that. But of course, we'll take a look at all of the development traits. So we get an impact to start, impact twice, especially 89 speed, 92 acceleration from a corner is not terrible. Even a will linebacker with 80 speed, 90 acceleration is pretty nice. Elite dev right guard. We're going to have to start upgrading the offensive line, but we also get a star dev free safety as well. So we'll take that. Another star dev, this one a punter. And another, wow, we get a lot of star depth. A Sam linebacker, a quarterback. Man, a lot of a left tackle transfer, a center transfer. Granted, only with us for a year, but hey, we'll gladly take it. That's a lot of good players coming in and getting some good development traits. But looking at quarterback, Matt Cook will be now running the helm. Hopefully Hepburn will be that guy that takes over, especially with star dev. Shockey is still here, 85 overall. Wide receiver is Priester, who's again stayed. We have 4 seniors at wide receiver. Tight end's fine. We could probably move one of our left tackles to left guard, and then one of our right tackles to left tackle. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to move him to left tackle, just so we can have a better offensive line. Because 83, 56 overall really isn't the best at that spot, so we'll move him to left guard. So we have a couple 80 overall guys on this offensive line, which is solid. We need to move some edge rushers over to left just to fill out that spot. And we'll move one more. We'll move Lombardo, so he's the lowest overall. And defensive tackle, we're fine. Same linebackers, okay. Corners just need to develop. Safeties are the same thing, although all of them, well, there's 2 juniors. I thought they were all juniors there for a second. We have an 80 overall punter coming in. That's insane. So we're not going to miss a beat punting the football-wise, but hopefully he's not, used as much. We are an 80 overall, but I believe it goes up during the season, which is nice. But let's go over training results. We have a 91 left tackle, an 87 halfback, an 86 receiver, 86 center, 86 left guard, 85 free safety. This team is better than an 80 overall. There's no shot. Granted, we are probably a little lower because of our quarterback situation. Definitely going to need some halfbacks in the offseason. Wide receivers are solid. All 80 overalls. Granted, they're all seniors. We got a +10 to a tight end of Braden Choice. He does have star dev, so that makes sense. Anything else there? Our star dev, yeah, our center is literally an 84. He probably is going to get redshirted, to be honest with you. But other than that, though, we had a couple +6s, couple +5s. But I think that +10 is really the biggest one that we're going to see, and it is. So, I mean, I guess that's cool. Doesn't really matter that we didn't upgrade our coaching stuff in time. Let's head to encouraging any transfers. I don't believe so, because I still think we're a little bit under. We are 6 players under the limit, so we are good there. So that will end Season 5. It's on to Season 6 here with Marshall. And here we are in Season number 6 here with Marshall. We go 9-3 and 8-0 in the Sun Belt, so another really solid season. I mean, as an 85 overall with an 89 offense, 81 defense, we did struggle for some reason against Rice and Clemson, and then UConn, but then we just ran through the Sun Belt, which is probably normally what we should do with us being an 85 overall. But now we got to focus on the defense to try to get them a little bit better. I think we are going to fire our defensive coordinator, because I think we got a new one, because this guy does have some recruiter, but has barely any motivator or tactician. So I think we're going to try to find a better one this season, and hopefully that will generate some things for our defense to be a little bit better. But let's advance the week, see if we can win our game in the Sun Belt Conference Championship here against Southern Miss. And we do not. We lose. We are 9-4 on the season. Still got a couple people wanting to transfer out, but not too many anymore. Mostly due to playing style. Nate Thomas wins the Heisman Trophy for the wide receiver out of Miami. 83 catches, 1,300 receiving yards, or 1,400 receiving yards technically if you round up, and 20 touchdowns. And we'll be playing UTSA in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Another bowl game, and hopefully we can win this one to get 10 wins on the season. It'd be nice. But first, we got to find a new defensive coordinator. We're trying to see. I don't think anyone's really a high overall or level. That's a little unfortunate. But I'm just going to go through and see what we have here. I don't know if we're going to have too much really to look at. I mean, it's not really, but we have tactician, which would boost the defense. This guy's got jack of all trades, master of none. I think maybe we just try to sign this guy and just hope. I don't know. Maybe we don't even get him and there's going to be new guys. I don't know. But yeah, 15 level is not the greatest what we're looking for. But let's advance the week, see if we get him, and to see if we win our game here. And we got 500 XP, and we did not. We go 9-5 on the season. That's, I mean, having that offense and then losing twice is not great. So our defense is a big key that we're going to have to get, because this guy got 8 catches, 172 yards, and 3 touchdowns, and we still lost. Which is a little unfortunate. But we do get our defensive coordinator, which I was kind of hoping that we technically wouldn't there, but I guess it's fine. I guess we can take a look at the schedule and kind of see how bad did we lose. We lost by 3. We lost by 3 both times. So it's on our defense now to really get better. But we can look at the stats now, of course, since the season is over for us. Cook, the senior quarterback, went for us. 3,200 yards, 31 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Rushing-wise, Shockey led the team with 475. Charlton had 396 and 5, and Shockey was hurt. Of course he was hurt. He was our best player, and he was hurt. Receiving-wise, Priester led the team with 850. Got it at 11 receiving touchdowns. Defensive-wise, Falk led the team with 77 tackles. Blunt with tackles for a loss. Dole with sacks. We had no sacks this year. We did have a couple interceptions, but nothing really too much to write home about. Do we have any touchdowns? Nope. Kicking-wise, Rambo made all but 5 field goals and every extra point. Punting-wise, we had 11 inside the 20 and 2 touchbacks for a true freshman punter. That's actually pretty solid. We did have a kick return touchdown, but no punt return touchdown. So, a little unfortunate there. We are going to upgrade our coach skills before I forget, just so we can have the motivator tree is all done. So that's good. Can we get the architect? No, because we need to win rivalry games. So I guess what we're going to do is boost our zone and play rec, and then O-line for pass block and impact block. Get that a little bit better. So Now we just go ahead and simulate to the end of season recap. See who wins it all here in Season 6 in this Marshall simulation. Yeah, 9-5. We are still a 2-star, but we have about 6 people wanting to leave due to playing style, 4 due to really 3 due to championship contender, 3 due to pro potential, 4 to coach prestige, and conference prestige now has an extra 3. So not exactly great. But looking at the bracket here, Memphis, Michigan, Georgia, and Miami won their respective, and BYU won their respective conferences. With Ohio State, Duke, why is Duke always here? Colorado, Oregon, USC, Florida, and Wisconsin were at-large bids, and Florida beat Miami in the battle for Florida. So good for them. And now let's get on to one of the parts that I will look at and be very, very sad is the players leaving. Yeah, a lot of people, which is not great. Not great. Not too many, though. Try to get Sean here back. He's gone. What about Blunt? We definitely need one of these edge rushers to stay. Dole's gone. What about Cave? Cave is gone. O'Reilly, the strong safety, is gone. What about Folk? Every one of them failed. I hate it here. Well, let's advance to next week. We'll get into the transfer portal. Looks like we're going after a lot of defense here in this transfer portal season. And I'm going to get this done, and I'll be right back. And here we go after the portal. We signed 29 players here, which is, again, another nice class. And we're a top 25 class. 8 4-stars, 21 3-stars. And again, best in the Sun Belt. But let's take a look at all the development trades, see if we get anyone good. We do get a star dev corner, and another one. 2 star dev corners. Normal dev halfback, that's kind of unfortunate. And another 4-star, this time a will linebacker. So that, again, defense is starting to get some good development trades, so we just got to keep them around. But everyone else is a normal. We did get a star dev edge rusher who was a transfer as a freshman. And another one, a defensive tackle who was a transfer freshman, another star dev. So we'll gladly take that, especially with 2 corners, one with 95 speed to start out. I think it's one of the fastest I've ever found so far. But the quarterback, though, being only normal dev, does kind of suck a little bit. But it is what it is. We can take a look at position changes. Do we have any athletes? We do. This guy's a backfield threat. And I think that would be a halfback. So that's nice. We do get another halfback. But quarterback, we have 4 of them. Hakeem should be the starter this season. Bryant will probably be redshirted. Halfbacks, we have a bunch of them now. We have 5 freshman running backs coming in. Wide receivers were pretty solid. Just need depth and speed, really. Tight ends were good. I think I have offensive line. Yeah, we just need to move them over. Storm can probably move to left guard and can start there. Yeah, he's starting there. What about my right tackles? You're 74. You'd be better anyways at left tackle. It would be a 74. I can probably move one of my other guards, probably Castanzo, to be a left tackle. He's a 74, which is fine, because we just need bodies over there. So that's 3 there, only 2, 5, and then 4. Edge rushers were okay. Defensive tackles were okay. Linebackers, you probably need a couple more. Corners, we're actually pretty good now, especially with 95 speed from Austin here. Safeties were good, with 87 being our top guy. We will need a kicker in this off season. So let's advance the week. Look at the training results and see if anyone got a big upgrade. We do not get the level up, though. We're still an 85 overall. I don't know if that updates until after the season. I'll have to take a look. But it says we're an 85 with an 89 offense, 81 defense. I thought that's what we were at the end of the season. But I feel like we're going to take a step back this year because actually Komar will be our starting quarterback. He's up to a 75 with a 77 speed, so mostly he's a pure runner with 77 speed. I don't think so. Halfback is up to an 84 with Byham. Wide receiver's up to an 80. It's our best receiver. Anyone get like a big upgrade at all other than like +6? I don't really see. There's a +8 for Lemons. But I don't think there's like any huge upgrades. +5 for Fuller, he's an 80 overall. +6 for you, who's now a 80 overall. +6 for Diggs, even though it doesn't upgrade his speed. But now we have 4 guys with 90 speed. I'll take that. +9 is our highest for Lawton. So we'll take that. But other than that, nothing really else to write home about. So what if I advance the week? Will it show me the new overalls? I haven't actually taken a look at it. Yeah, it still says 85, 89, 81. I know that's incorrect now. So championship contender is a big one. A lot of people want to transfer out because of it. If we can get that, maybe less people will want to leave. So do we need to encourage any transfers? We might. No, we are still about 8 under. So that's not terrible, but that's going to end season 6. And it's on season 7 here with Marshall. And here we are in season number 7 here with Marshall. We go 10-2 here on the season. Actually, pretty good season for Marshall. Only 2 losses came against Georgia State by 4 and Old Dominion by 2. So again, we lost both of our games by a total of 6 points. Little unfortunate, but I mean, we kind of had an easier schedule this year. No like big teams that we really had to go up against, but it is what it is. Again, no conference title. That would go to Old Dominion, who beat us, and UL Monroe. So, and Georgia Southern was also here too. So, it's just a little unfortunate. And we're not even ranked in, even though we went 10-2. But we're going to go ahead and advance the week. We'll get a decent bowl game as well. We also signed a 3-star center just now, so we'll take that. We did go down to an 82 after all the boosts go away, but still pretty decent season. Christopher Lane, Oklahoma State wide receiver, wins the Heisman Trophy. 101 receiving yards, 1,500 receiving yards, and 21 touchdowns. It's a good season from him. We'll be playing Central Michigan in the Ventures Bowl. So, in theory, we should win. So we'll just simulate to the in-season recap. I don't think we're going to be losing our coordinator. We could lose our offensive coordinator. You never know. But I don't think we're going to lose our defensive coordinator because we just signed him. But we do win. We are 11-2. Coach stability goes down, but coach prestige improves. So no one wants to leave because of coach prestige. And we really have only about 7 guys really wanting to leave. So we'll take that. 2 of them are quarterbacks, which is a little unfortunate. But since we get the win, we can look at the stats as well. Komar led the team with 2,500 passing yards, 24 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. Aguayo also came in for 1 game, 7 of 19, 109 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Rushing-wise, Bynum 972 and 5, Komar 343 and 1, and Poe added 6 touchdowns with 228 rushing yards. Blade 741 and 4, Shaw 644 and 5. Okara had 9 touchdowns with 400 receiving yards. Defense, though, Wu led the team with 72 tackles. Rosales had 14 tackles for a loss and 6.5 sacks. Melvin led the team with 4 interceptions. We did not have a defensive touchdown. We did have a couple fumble recoveries. This guy recovered 4 recoveries. No blocked kicks, but we did have a safety this season. We did miss 3 from 50 for field goals, but missed 1 from 20. So we missed only 4 in total and made every extra point. My eye is burning for some reason. 2,400 punt yards with 7 inside 2011 touchbacks for our sophomore kicker. We did get a kick return touchdown, but not a punt return touchdown here in this season. I don't think we lost our coordinators. I can check though real quick. Nope, we still have the same ones. This guy's mostly focusing recruiter, which I'm kind of okay with. Instead of motivator, because right now we just need our head coach to really focus on motivating. So, let's advance the week for players leaving. Again, really only 7 players really want to leave, which is a lot lower than what we normally have. So, we'll gladly take it. Surprised we're still only a 2-star school, even though we just had an 11-win season. But let's try to get everyone back. Nope, Lemons is gone. What about Yearby? Yearby is finally staying. We finally get a guy to stay. Bryant, though, is leaving. That's a little unfortunate. Aguayo is leaving. Wamba is leaving. And Lombardo is leaving. So we get 1. No one else, though, wants to stay. So only 6 people want to leave. So 5 people are leaving on top of our graduating seniors. And of course, I will go ahead and get the transfer portal done, and I will be right back. And here we are after the portal. We signed 26 players, which is, again, pretty solid. Again, it's number 1 in the Sun Belt. This time, not a top 25 class, but 4 4-stars, 22 3-stars. And again, let's take a look to see if we have any good development traits here on these players coming in. We do get a Sam linebacker with star dev. We'll take that. 4-star as well. We also get a 4-star wide receiver with star dev and a right guard. That was a 3-star with star dev. We get a defensive tackle with star dev. It's on a kicker. I do remember a kicker. It's fine. We'd also get a star dev for our transfer wide receiver as well. So we'll take that, and we'll, of course, go into position changes now and see if we need to move anybody. We do need to have 2 athletes. One is a running back with 90 speed, which is definitely going to be very helpful because we really don't have really many players with 90 speed. This guy is a contested specialist. This one will go to wide receiver because I don't think we can move him around very, very much. But quarterbacks, we do have 3. Komar is a 78. That he will be our number 1 guy. Running back is an 87. Do we need to move any? Wow, we have a lot of wide receivers now. Tight end, we're going to need some tight ends. We have 3 seniors all leaving us. Offensive line, I guess we just need develop-wise. Defensive line's fine. Linebackers are good. Corners are somewhat decent. And, of course, we have our kicker punter. So we are all good there. And let's advance the week. Go over the training results. And we'll see how this team looks going into next season. Only really 2 people want to transfer out, and that's perfectly fine. As of right now, of course. But Bynum is now a 90 overall halfback. I mean, we're probably going to be in like the mid-80 range probably. Quarterback is a 79 with Komar. 74 now for Mauti. He was the impact dev, plus 7 overall. Halfback, of course, is the 90 overall with Bynum. We have a couple people there, but nothing really else to write home about. Wide receiver up to an 83 with Shaw is at 94 speed. Okara is up to an 82 at 90 speed. And Spear is plus 6 to an 81 with plus 4 speed to a 90. We have 4 guys with 90 speed now with Slaughter getting plus 7. Offensive line, Costanzo with a plus 9 because he has elite dev left tackle. We'll take it. That is very, very nice. Left guard's a 77, 75. Nothing for our right guard. It's a little unfortunate. But plus 7 for Holiday for an edge rusher. Anything else with like a big upgrade? I don't. Plus 8 for Bowser. Nice with the star dev. Couple mid. Wow, Kaiser now has 99 speed. He's a freshman redshirt. And his is playing style, so we definitely need to keep him going. 92 speed for Bars. So our corners are actually pretty good. Span got more speed as well. And our punter's an 85. Nice. So, of course, we won't get to see our overall till next week after if we need to encourage any transfers. I don't believe so. We actually need to cut 1 player. Just 1. I don't know why it goes by speed. It needs to go by overall. But I guess we'll just check to see who we can let go. Maybe a guard? No. Maybe not a guard. Maybe a defensive tackle? No. Not really. Can't really get rid of the defensive tackle. We could probably get rid of a Will linebacker, but that's a junior. I mean, we do have a ton of free safeties. But 2 of them are freshmen, so we don't want to get rid of them. I guess we'll get rid of Pena. He is a junior corner. He's not going to play, though. So, he's a lower overall than everybody. But let's advance the week. I'll see if we get any updates to the roster now and what our overall is going to be for next season. We are an 84. Brand exposure, conference, which these are the 2 reasons why people want to transfer out. But that is going to end Season 7. It is on to Season 8 here with Marshall. And here we are in Season number 8 here with Marshall. Just got to check one thing. All right, cool. Yep. All right, we are all good. Let's restart that. And here we are in season number 8 here with Marshall. We go 11-1 here on the season. A pretty solid season again here for Marshall. Only loss came against Penn State. So it was, again, a decent loss, but then we won out. Beat Georgia State pretty handily. I mean, we had some pretty good games. We had a couple close wins as well, especially later on the season, 21-15 and then 30-24 against some tough opponents. But hopefully we can win again and get 12 wins on the season. I don't think we're going to be making the college football playoffs since we are only ranked 25th. I don't know how we're 11-1 and only ranked 25th, but it's fine. And we end up losing anyways. So it didn't even matter. But we are going to get a decent bowl game. Tim Yu wins the Player of the Week award there. So let's advance one more. Even though we did go 11-2 on the season, one of our best seasons, we do sign a 4-star halfback, which will definitely help out. Because I think our top running back is going to be gone. So even though he's a north-south blocker, he's not going to have speed. But only got maybe 7 players. No, that's not right. That's not math. 8 players wanted to leave. So it's not terrible, but we can definitely get hopefully some better players in the transfer portal. Tyler Chavez. 4,900 yards, 43 touchdowns with a 64% completion percentage. Don't know why it shows completion percentage there, but it's whatever. We'll be playing Delaware in the Boca Raton Bowl, so unfortunately it's not a great bowl game for us, but hopefully, again, we can get a win. We'll advance to the end of season recap. We'll go over the stats, and then we will see whoever wins the national championship here in season number 8. Unfortunately, no, we do get the win, so we are 12-2. Conference prestige improves, but still our left tackle wants to leave. Coach prestige went way up, so we are good there. We're now at 2.5-star prestige, so we get more hours for players as well. But let's go ahead and check out the stats here of this season. Komar had a decent, actually a really solid season. 30 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. Nice. Only had 2,700 yards, though. Rushing-wise, Bynum had over 1,000 yards with 13 touchdowns. Poe, 100 carries, 416 yards, 7 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, Shaw only had 739. He'll be gone this season. Spear, solid season from the freshman redshirt, 600 yards, 9 touchdowns. And it was coach prestige, so that is another big boost that we got for him to stay with us. You led the team with 86 tackles. Bredis with tackles for a loss. Morgan with sacks. Atwell with picks. Did we get any touchdowns? No, we did not. Kicking-wise, Tobias missed 4 field goals, made every extra point, but he wants to leave because of brand exposure. You're a kicker. It's fine. Punting-wise, we did have 2,500 punt yards, 7 inside the 29 touchbacks. 1 punt return touchdown. We did have a punt return touchdown here this season, so that's nice. But let's go ahead and check out the top 25. Not the top 25. Well, it looks like Georgia defeats Arkansas to win it all. But we can check out the bracket with Memphis. So, yeah, even if we would have won, we would have been out. Memphis, USC, TCU, Duke, and Texas won their respective conferences, with Georgia, Alabama, Syracuse, Washington, Arkansas, Miami, and Michigan were at-large bids. So congrats to them, and let's go ahead. We're going to upgrade our coach skills first. I think we do still need to upgrade one. I totally forgot about that we didn't upgrade our O-line. So that's actually going to be a little bit better. Our coordinators are still the same. We still have our elite recruiter offensive coordinator with can really get running backs and quarterbacks very quickly. I was kind of hoping you would get O-line, but it is what it is, I guess. And our defensive coordinator is focusing recruiting as well, so that will help. Not so much on the motivating and the tactician side. That's where we come in handy for that. So let's advance the week, go over players leaving. Let's see how many people want to leave. It's not really. It's mostly due to playing time. And hopefully we can keep some of those guys around for next season. Like Blade. LaMarcus Blade is going to stay. That's a big get too. Mahoney, though, is gone. Mowdy is gone. He was an impact dev too. Clements is gone. Moody is gone. Gibbs is gone. We should get the defensive tackle, right? No, that was a medium too. What do you mean? So we keep 1 out of the 8 players that are leaving. And luckily, it was LaMarcus Blade, who's an 81 overall with 87 speed, 93 acceleration. He'll be playing most of the time anyways. Did we get anyone drafted? I mean, we do. Bynum is in the fifth round. Nice. We'll check that out here before I get into the transfer portal. We'll check out to see if we get anyone drafted into the league, which I think we should, with Bynum being a 90 overall. And he did. He was in the fourth round. So that really helps out our pro potential for the halfback position. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get the transfer portal done, and I'll be right back. So after the portal, we get 20 players here. One of our lower classes as well, but we didn't need very many players. It says 22, but that jumps up because everyone's now officially graduating. But we signed 9 4-stars and 11 3-stars and get a top 25 class. And again, best in the Sun Belt. We've constantly had the best in the Sun Belt, which is good. But we just need to really put it on the field-wise. But let's go ahead and take a look at development traits, see if we get anyone good. We get, again, it's not a lot of 4-stars. We get a 4-star tight end that's a star dev and an elite dev corner. Only 87 speed, but we'll take it. We also have 92 speed for this corner, but he's only a normal dev. I'm kind of very surprised he's only a normal development. Terrible tackling, though. But we have a normal 4-star quarterback that probably will get redshirted this season. And hopefully he just doesn't up and leave. We get a 3-star elite dev right guard. So the offensive line is going to get some big boost here in a couple seasons. Another star dev, 4-star corner, transfer freshman as well. I don't know his speed, but hey, we'll gladly take it. I don't think we need to make any big position changes. I don't think we signed an athlete. We did not, so we'll just go over the roster. We have 4 quarterbacks. Bo Chenault is an 84. He'll take over for Komar. Maybe this is the boost that we need. Finger will be the 4th guy on the list, so he'll probably get redshirted this season. Halfback is a 77, but Poe will take over him more than likely. Wide receivers, we have 4 90 pluses, but some of them are younger. We only have 2 tight ends. Offensive line is decent. We could probably move. I just need a right tackle over there, probably. We'll move Sheriff Johnson over to left tackle, just because I just need 3 guys over there. Left guard's a 77. We do have Lane Johnson, to go play left guard. Be a little bit better there, and he would start. So upgrading the offensive line. Edge rushers, we're pretty decent. Defensive line actually is pretty solid. Linebackers are okay. Corners are really good. Our secondary is amazing. Granted, we are losing 3 of them this season. Actually 4, but we've signed 2 more. Free safeties, actually pretty good. Strong safety, pretty good. Kicker, decent. Punter, good. We have a solid team. We just need to perform well. I can't speak. But 28 or 2900 XP, we stay only having 3 players really wanting to leave. We'll of course check training results, see how well everyone did. We have 2 90 pluses. Costanzo is a 91 and Atwell is a 90. Spear went up +6. He's got 92 speed, 97 acceleration, 99 agility. Okara went up +6. We have a lot of high 80s on this team. Chenault is an 86. So yeah, this is a little bit better for us. +10 awareness, good throw power, good accuracies, good throw on the run. Even though Komar's got better deep, but Chenault's got him better on short and medium. And throw power is actually to Komar as well. Halfback though, 89 speed for Poe. He'll be our top running back. He's still got 2 more seasons. Anything really else there? Wide receivers, now we have a lot of 90 speed guys. We have Okara, Spear, Slaughter, Bundren. Okay. Titans is 73. Left tackle's a 93 or 91. Left guard is an 81. Center's a 77. Right guard's a 82. And Jasper went up +8. He will start at right tackle. Edge is an 82 and an 87. Is there really any big boost this year? I really didn't really see anyone. There's a +8. +3 to speed though. That's pretty. We'll take that. But anywho, we will advance 1 more week because I do want to see if it does update the overalls. It does not. But we need to encourage any transfers. I think it's after this season. We don't. We're exactly even. So I'm going to advance the week because I think now it's going to show up with the updated overall. It should, at least. We should be probably in the higher 80s. We're in 87. 86 offense, 89 defense. Really only 4 people want to leave, so that's nice. So yeah, that is going to end Season 8, and we are on to Season 9 here with Marshall. And here we are in season number 9 here with Marshall. We go 11-1 here on the season, 8-0 in the Sun Belt Conference. Again, another solid season, but only ranked number 20. Only loss came against 12-0 Miami, and they went 24-20. I mean, we only lost by 4. We destroyed FCS. We had a lot of close wins, though. That's probably why we were a little bit under, but 87 overall, hopefully, can get us the win here in the Sun Belt Conference Championship, and then you never know. Maybe we sneak in as one of the players to win their conference, and we do not. We lose, and we are 11-2. Why can we never win the Sun Belt with this team? We just can never do it. I don't know why. But it's going to be another bowl game here for Marshall. But we are going to be ranked, and it's going to be a solid rank too, and hopefully Coach Prestige can improve because Spear is going to leave us, and I really don't want him to leave. If he leaves, that'd be very sad. Brian Davey wins the Heisman Trophy, 111 catches, 1,700 receiving yards, and 21 touchdowns for the Florida wide receiver. We playing Kansas State, almost said Kent State, but it's Kansas State in the New Mexico Bowl. So again, I don't know if we're going to win this one just because Kansas State is always, they're usually a good sim team, but we'll see. They were last year. Shoot, they made the conference title game almost every time. Do get 2,500 XP, and we got the win. So we did win. Coach Prestige, however, stayed at a B+. And Spear now wants to pretty much go. Coach Stability's an A. That'll help us in recruiting at least. Can I see the schedule on how we lost? We can't, but we did win 24-19 over Kansas State. So a big win. It is a big win for us. But let's check out the stats, of course, here for the season. Chenault, in his only season here, went 3,100 yards, 25 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. Rushing-wise, Poe had over 1,000 yards with 11 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, Okara led the team with 787, with 4, Blade 755, and 9 on the season for them. Defensive-wise, Bowser led the team with tackles. Armstead with tackles for loss and sacks. We had 3 picks from Atwell. Do we have any touchdowns? Nope. Kicking-wise, Tobias made every extra point, only missed 3 field goals. Punting-wise, 2,200 punt yards, 9 on the 27 touchbacks for the senior punter. And we did have a punt return touchdown from Spear. So, unfortunately, if we lose him, we're going to lose our best punt returner here on the season, in our little simulation. Oklahoma State, Duke, Memphis, Florida, Penn State won their respective conferences, with Arkansas, West Virginia, Michigan, Ohio State, Washington, Alabama and Miami were the at-large bids. So good for them. And let's head into hopefully we'll look really bad if we cannot sway our wide receiver of Spear. Because we desperately need to keep him around. And he is extremely low, and he decides to stay. Oh my goodness, we get back-to-back. Can we get 3 in a row? We get 3 in a row. Can we get 4? I was asking for a lot. But Vaughns does say, so we only lose 1. It's Warren Paul, a freshman, Sam linebacker, and he's leaving due to pro potential. But do we have anybody going towards the draft? We do. Atwell's a projected 7th round pick. But again, after I think this year, we're going to have a lot more people. 86 overall really doesn't go. I mean, he is a quarterback. They're probably looking at 90 overalls at that point. But anyways, we'll, of course, check out the draft and see if we have any more. But again, 87 overall. Hopefully we can improve this team even more. And to draft results, we had 2, Banks and Atwell. So that will, again, help out DBs and now D-line pro potential. So anyways, I'm going to get the transfer portal done. I'll be back in just a second. So here we are after the portal. We signed 21 players here in this class. And again, like we have been doing, it's the best in the Sun Belt. So again, we're doing pretty well with the Sun Belt wise. We just got to put it on the field and make sure that we actually can win games. But let's take a look at our developments. And first thing first, we have an elite dev will linebacker and an elite dev quarterback. Back-to-back elites. Now we get 2 star devs with a left guard and an edge rusher. We get another star dev for the left tackle. This might be the team. A 4-star Sam Likerbat is the transfer. Still star dev, which is pretty solid, but this might be the group that changes everything. But let's take a look around. I don't have any athletes. Quarterback is a 76. Finger, I'm hoping, gets a big boost to go over Jefferson, just because he is an impact dev. So that's my hope. Halfback is a 79. Again, hopefully he gets a big boost. Hempill might overtake him. Wide receivers, we have 3 guys with 90 speed. Spear was a huge keep as well. 89 overall. He'll probably go up into the 90s this year. The only other star is Bundren. So hopefully he can go up. We still only have 2 tight ends. One is a star dev, and he's a 75. Again, Castonzo is an elite dev left tackle. And we're adding a star now with Emmanuel. Excuse me. We do get a star dev left guard. He's a little bit lower overall, but he's a star dev. Centers are fine. I think we can probably move Monk to left guard. Might as well. He's an 80 overall there. Upgrade the offensive line. Might as well start our sophomore redshirt, who is a 74 overall. And we can also put Dillard to be our center, who is a 76, and that immediately upgrades the team. Might as well. Edge, we're fine for now. Defensive tackle, we're good. A look at our Sam linebackers. Granted, they're both seniors, but they're 80 overall. We have no outside linebackers, but Kaiser is 99 speed. We have 4 guys, 5, all of our, wait. I was looking at acceleration. We're only 2 players from under 90 speed for our corners. Safeties are good. We have a kicker punter, so we're fine there. Let's just have to advance the week to see if we need to move anybody. We always move the offensive line because that's the easiest one. They stay with their skill caps and everything, but we do level up. And we can see this team of how we did in the training results. And we have 590 overalls. This might be the team that does it. And only 2 of them are seniors. Quarterback is a 78. However, our quarterback's probably going to bring us down. Halfback is Hempill, who's an 83 overall. He went up +6. Wide receiver, Spear, is up to a 93. Bundren's up to an 87 with a +7. No one got speed besides Freeland. Tight end's a 79. Left tackle's a 95. Left guard's an 85. Our center's an 80, went up +7. We'll take that. +10 for Patton. I mean, he's an elite dev, and he got a red shirt, so big. And his deal breaker is coach prestige, so he should stay around. Our other right guard went up +7 to an 81. He's also a star dev. So our offensive line is going to look pretty good, besides our right tackles. They really don't have any good dev traits. Edge rushers really didn't get much of an upgrade. Same thing with D-line, besides Ramsey went up +5. Katula went up to a 91, so that's big. Bowser went up to a 90. Brown went up to a 90. He's got 94 speed. Kaiser is actually not the starting corner, which is actually kind of surprising. We have 3 juniors that are amazing at corners as well. Free safeties, they're okay. Strong safety, we got a +7, but nothing really else on kicker punter this season. I think we might be into the 90 range for this team overall. I don't think we need to encourage. Oh, nope. I did custom conferences. We're not doing that. Encouraging any transfers. We do not. We're actually 4 players under, so we can go a little bit overboard this season. But let's advance the week. See how this team is overall. And we are, again, 590 overalls. puts us still as an 87. 86 offense, 89 defense. Only a couple people want to transfer, so that's good. But anyways, that's going to end Season 9. It is on to Season 10 here with Marshall. And here we are in Season number 10 here with Marshall. We go 12-0 here on the season and rank 17th and have to play Troy in the Sun Belt Conference Championship game. But again, it was a solid season. We didn't lose. I mean, FAU was a close game. We beat FCS. We then beat Georgia Southern. We ran through the Sun Belt. And now we get Troy here. That is a 10-2 season for them. But all we got to do is win. Because if we do win, Michigan plays USC. So that's automatically 1. Whoever wins that one goes. Miami plays Clemson. That's 2. Arizona State and Baylor, it doesn't matter unless we have to win. If we win, we move on. Because we're above them. But also, Memphis is here. So if Baylor does win and we win, that would be 5 anyways, because then Oklahoma, Georgia is another one. So it's just we have to win this game. If we win this game, we move on to be pretty much there, setting pretty much in stone wise. So let's see how we do here against them. We don't need to do any recruiting, I don't think. I think we're fine. So let's simulate the conference championship. Let's win the Sun Belt, hopefully. And we do get a 4-star that we're number 1 on. That's nice. And we won. We are 13-0, and we are number 12. So that means it looks like Memphis did lose. We won. And that means we are going to the college football playoff with Hemphill getting 29 carries for 124 yards and 4 touchdowns. We'll take it. We are number 12. That means we are officially in the college football playoff. Unfortunately, we're going to be playing the 5 seed coming into it, but hey, it's a college football playoff appearance, and we'll be fine here in season number 10. Calvin, the running back out of Louisville, with 224 carries, 1,400 rushing yards, with 6 yards per carry. I wish that would show touchdowns, but it's fine. And we'll be playing USC in the college football playoff in the first round. So with us making it, let's check out the bracket. Marshall, USC, Georgia, Arizona State, and Miami won their respective conferences. With Notre Dame, Duke, Oklahoma, Auburn, Clemson, Oregon, and Michigan are the at-large bids. So this one will be a fun one here. It was our first college football playoff run. We get USC, who is a 96 overall team. Like this, not do well in these simulations, especially being highly rated. You never know what can happen on any given Saturday. But we are going to be on the road here in USC, so it's going to be a tough matchup here for us. We have to play perfect football. We're starting on defense first. The defense gets a stop. The offense gets stopped as well, and another stop by our defense. It's 0-0 after the first quarter. Second quarter, it's still 0-0 until we put up a field goal for the first points of the game and a touchdown, and we have a 10-0 lead at the half. We start with the football. It's 17-0. Now it's going to be 17-7 going in the fourth quarter. This is a big drive. We get a couple first downs, and this game might be over. How about a touchdown? It's 24-7. We are on the road. They score a touchdown, so it's 3:50 to go. Unfortunately, we have to punt, but they start from their 1-yard line, and we get a safety. But they get a touchdown. 2 minutes to go. They have 1 timeout left. Now they have 0. It's a 5-point game. 40 seconds to go. Now 6, and that is going to do it. Marshall will pull off the upset. A 26-21 win. That got close at the end. I did not like that, but 26-21 victory over USC. And we are moving on. Yeah, 14 points in the fourth quarter. That touchdown late in the fourth quarter was huge. Because if we didn't get that, I don't know what would have happened there. But, man, what a win. We are going to play Oregon in the next round. And, of course, we're going to get the Sun Belt Player of the Weeks probably. Because I think Troy probably might have went to a bowl game. But I guess we didn't. So we're going to play Oregon in the next round. here in the quarterfinals. We had to hire some staff, it looks like. Our defensive coordinator left us. We'll just try to sign the top guy here. He's 24 level, so let's try to sign him. Just so we can kind of get out of the way and move on here. But this game against Oregon, they're 10-2, and they are at 93, so a little bit less than USC was. But hopefully we can have the same thing happen just like last game. Again, USC was a 96. Oregon is a 93. So 3 overall less. However, they're still going to be a really tough team to beat. And we're going to start on offense first in this one, and the offense goes nowhere. And then we get a turnover and score a touchdown. Oregon counters right back with one of their own. It's 7-7 after one. We score another touchdown. We get a turnover but can't do anything with it. They get a turnover and now another one. So 14-7 at the half. Marshall leads and another turnover. Back-to-back, it's 24-7. Oregon, though, gets a big turnover to make it 24-14. And then we get another turnover. There's been a lot of turnovers in this game. We got to see how many there are. Defense, though, almost had a stop, but Oregon will score a field goal. So it's a 7-point game with 3 minutes to go. We have to punt. So Oregon can tie. But with a minute to go, they got to make something shake here. They have all 3 timeouts, but the defense holds. And Marshall beats USC. They defeat Oregon. And we're moving on to the semifinals. We are just 1 win away from a national title appearance with Marshall. That was a huge win. I don't even know who we'll play against. I didn't even see the bracket, but we can check it right now. We either play the winner of Duke or Miami. So both ACC teams. Georgia defeated Oklahoma, and Auburn defeated Clemson. So Arizona State, Auburn, Michigan, Georgia, and Duke, Miami. And then, of course, we beat USC and then defeat Oregon to move on to the semifinals. So now, we're just 1 win away. We should get the Sun Belt Players of the Week. I think we're the only ones playing here. Yep, Juan Brown, 2 picks. I forgot to see how many interceptions there, but we can check in a second. Because he got 2 interceptions. I just want to see how many turnovers were in that game. We'll check here. He rejected our offer. Well, how about whatever. So Marshall, we threw 2 picks. Oregon's quarterback threw 5 interceptions. Did we have any fumbles in this game? We had 1 fumble. Oregon did also have a fumble. There were 6 turnovers in this game. That's insane. 6 turnovers. We had 3 turnovers. There's 9 total turnovers here in this game. How did our defense do? Who got the interceptions? Juan Brown had 2, Kaiser had 1, Span had 1, and Durham had 1. And JJ forced it, and he recovered. He recovered 2. We didn't have a block. Do we have the? I don't think we had a defensive touchdown. We did not. I was gonna say I thought we did, but we playing Miami though in the semifinals. Another great team that we have to go up against. Yeah, they're a 97. This one will be a tougher one. But we have beaten teams that are better than us so far. USC, very good team. Oregon, very good team. Miami is a very great team. But you still have to play the games. Overalls have to matter. And we're going to start on offense first. On the offense, punts. But we had a good drive. Now we get a touchdown. So it's 7-0 lead here after 1. Our next drive, we have to punt. Miami gets a field goal. We get a field goal as well, and they get another field goal. So it's 10-6 at the half. Defense is held strong. Now they allow a touchdown. It's 13-10 going in the fourth quarter, where we go backwards and have to punt. But Miami has to punt as well. We need to have a drive, and we have to stop them here. We do. They get a field goal, so now we need a touchdown to take the lead. We are at the 28-yard line. 4th and inches, we go for it. We get a first down. We get the touchdown with 19 seconds, but the extra point was blocked. No way. Miami scores on one play. We score as well. Heading into overtime, we have a first down and 10 from the 13. We score the touchdown, but not the 2-point conversion. So now the defense needs a stop. It's 4th and 5. We get it. An unbelievable roller coaster of emotions right there. Scoring with barely any time left. The extra point getting blocked so we don't win the game there. And then in double overtime, we get the touchdown, but not the 2-point conversion. And the defense holds strong on 4th and 5. So Marshall will be going to the national title game. That is unbelievable. Winning the Peach Bowl. And now we'll advance the week to see who we get to play. We are 16-0. Surprised our brand exposure is not going up. Lawton wins the Defensive Player of the Week at 2 deflections. And we get an Offensive Player of the Week? We do. Hemphill had 15 carries for 78 yards. And we'll be playing Michigan in the national title game. So, again, and this is probably going to be one of the tougher teams to go up against. I guess the whole bracket, too. I mean, Michigan beat Georgia. They defeated Auburn, so now to get us, we had to go through USC, Oregon, and Miami to get here. So we've had a tougher road, but all comes down to this. Here against Michigan, where they are a 96 overall team. So let's get this national championship started here. Again, Marshall needs to play perfect football. Without it, you're not going to win. So it's going to come down to this. Here against Michigan. Got to find a way to win. Now we are starting on offense first here in this one. And the offense goes nowhere, but the defense forces a punt, and it's 3-0. But Michigan, it's a touchdown to take the lead 7-3, and then we turn it over to make it 14. Now we get back-to-back turnovers. No, 3 straight turnovers for Michigan, and it's a 24-14 lead at the half. Second half, we desperately need a touchdown drive, and we get one, and we get another turnover. And we're going to make it 34-14, so it's a 20-point game here in the fourth quarter. Michigan can score in bunches. There's one. It's a 13-point game. We desperately need a couple first downs. Turnovers are going to hurt because now it's a 6-point game with 3 minutes to go. We desperately need at least one more score, and we get one. It's a 9-point game with 2 minutes to go. The defense, can they hold just one more time or eat as much time as they can? I don't know why they're running the football so much, but that's going to do it. Marshall is going to win the national championship here in 10 seasons. It was definitely a fun ride here with Marshall. Definitely a wild one and a rough one to get here. They defeat some very good teams to win it all here in season number 10. We raised the trophy. And just like that, that is another team down. We'll check out the stats, of course, with everything here. That person's hand is inside of the person's jersey. I'm really confused of what's happening there, but we're not going to talk about it. We're going to win 37-28 here over Michigan in the national championship game. And that is another team down. But, of course, before we head on out, we need to check the stats here for the national championship winning season. We had Finger, had to start for the season. 3,400 passing yards for 33 touchdowns, 12 interceptions for the redshirt freshman. Rushing-wise, over 1,000 yards from Hemphill with 10 touchdowns. Poe had 152 with 6. Laybourne had 68 and 2 touchdowns. Denny had 12 for 3. Receiving-wise, Spear had 861 yards with 5 touchdowns. Bundren had 805 with 8. Slaughter, 748 with 9 to really lead the team there. JJ had 77 tackles, lead the team. Radford and Bowser both had 21 tackles for a loss. My goodness, they both also had 10-plus sacks for Radford and Ramsey. Juan Brown had 9 picks on the season, 5 for Durham. We did have a defensive touchdown as well. Do we have a blocked kick? We did have a blocked kick, and we had a safety. Kicking-wise, though, we did miss 2 from 50, 1 from 40. But that was about it. We did miss 2 extra points. I know 1 got blocked. Punting-wise, we had 68 punts, 3,000 punt yards, 12 inside 20, and 15 touchbacks. No kicker punt return touchdowns here in this national championship winning season. But that's going to do it for the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, hit the like button down below. It is free. Will help out the channel. And if you guys are new, hit the subscribe button. We're very, very close to 500 subs. And once we hit that goal, we'll do a 24-hour stream right here on YouTube. And yeah, you guys get to watch me struggle stay up for 24 hours along with playing a bunch of games. So, again, if you guys want to see a team that we have not done before, write a comment down below. All the teams we have done so far will be in the description. So check that out just so you don't say a team that we have already done before. But anyways, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, week, weekend, whenever you guys are watching this. And I'm out. Peace.